Hey, we always live Elvis.
Hey, Memphis Mafia Kid
Teresa.
and hey, we hope everybody's having a good week. Uh, I know we are. Hey, real quick before we get started, we got some great questions today. Just want to say hello to a couple friends and let y'all know we can't wait to see you uh, at the event during Elvis Week. Susan and Linda D. Can't wait to see you, gals.
Yes.
We're going to hopefully have a little fun. And each and every one of you that's going to be there, can't wait to see y'all either.
Yep,
So
I know it. We always have a good time.
we do have some good times. And like I said, we hope everybody's doing good. We're enjoying our summer. And whoo, I don't know where you're at, but where we're at, it is hot wouldn't be the word, would it?
No, it's miserable.
I mean, when you're...
Mr. Summer's so great.
Well, I love summer. I do love summer.
I hate it. I hate it.
But when it gets bad enough that you actually are driving down the road and you look over and you see a dog laying on a porch or in the driveway with its tongue hung out and his tongue looks like leather.
That's terrible.
You know, crocodile skin or something.
Poor dog
you're like,
he should be inside an air conditioner.
But hey, y'all, with that, we're going to get into some good questions.
All right, Susan Harvey wants to know if Lisa was christened.
That's a good question, Susan. I can't swear to it, but to my knowledge, I don't remember her ever being. But I mean, it's possible, like I said. But to my knowledge,
Nobody talked about it.
Right, I'm not aware of it. So
Deed Tease. What did Lisa call Vernon, and what did she call Minnie Mae and Delta?
Uncle Vernon, she called Papa, and Grandma, she called Grandma sometimes, and sometimes she would call her Dodger. It just depended on Lisa. Aunt Delta, depending on what kind of mood she was in, as we've said in some past videos, she's had a few choice names for it. She loved Aunt Delta, though. She really loved her. But at times, like I said, especially young, Lisa was set in her ways, and she had some choice names. But most of the time, and as she got grown, she called her Aunt Delta. So.
All right. And Jason wants to know, in your opinion, how do you think Elvis passed away?
In my opinion, how I feel Elvis passed away. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I've thought about it many and many a times, day, nights, for many years. And I personally feel it was a combination. I really do. I think it was a combination of health issues he had. I don't think the prescription drugs helped any. It's like we've always talked about, y'all. Elvis was human. And he had some problems and complications, and like I said, it's a multiple. Probably was exhausted. And then, like I said, with his medical conditions and just all of it put together, in my opinion, I believe all that was a mixture that caused him to have a heart attack. And, that's what I'll always feel and believe. So, but hey, that was a great question.
Okay, our friend Vicky Craig. Hi, Vicky.
Hey, Vicky.
I think we're going to see you in August, too. Looking forward to it. What was Elvis's last Christmas like?
The last Christmas, we talked about it, a few years ago in some videos. The last Christmas was a good Christmas. However, it was a different Christmas. And for those of you who never seen that video, and we're going to talk about that in a minute of going back. But let me finish this, if you don't mind. It basically ended up, for the majority of the night and over into Christmas Day morning, Mama and Daddy, Elvis, Ginger, Uncle Vernon, and Sandy was up in Elvis's room, and I don't think there was anybody else. It's possible, but I don't recall. I mean, Mom and them would know, but I know they were. And then us, the kids all downstairs. Lisa, me, Rory, Laura, Joey, and like I said, we run all over and just had one. Like all of them. I mean, it was a great Christmas, but it was a different Christmas. But I think Elvis enjoyed it the best he could.
How was it different?
Because he always enjoyed. Well, different in that way. He used. He'd have, and a lot of folks, did come up. However, he didn't come downstairs. Basically, just didn't really want to see anybody, but just who he wanted, and he had them come up to his room. That's what I mean by different Christmas. For Elvis and Mom and them. For us kids, it was,
Right.
It was the same. We just,
Yeah.
we had to, of course, we always did.
Yeah.
But there was no Christmas, to me, that wasn't a great Christmas. So, and hey, I'm loving these questions, y'all. We appreciate them. What I was going to get at, too, real quick before we get into some more questions, because I've seen, excuse me, I've seen we've had a lot of newcomers, new subscribers, and we appreciate y'all. And we get a lot of some of the same questions, which that's great, and we'll try to answer them. We just got to talking about me and Teresa, and you can actually go back. We have, Teresa, over 300 and something videos.
Yeah, over 320.
And I thought I'd share that with y'all. You can get on YouTube, and you can go back if you hadn't. And this is mainly, well, it's for everybody, but for the new subscribers that don't know. So, hey, go back and check some of them out.
I'm going to try to pronounce this right.
Try.
Ashim.
Ashim.
If Elvis had a son, would he have been parented differently than Lisa Marie?
I don't think so. Let's be for real. Men and women do treat daughters and sons somewhat different. You have to, because, one's a female, one's a male, and they actually, in my opinion, grow up in two different ways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you automatically, to me, treat them different, but not. You're not supposed to. That's a good. I'm trying to think.
Maybe
I know.
Maybe they were thinking more. Would he have favored a boy more?
And that's what I was thinking. No, he wouldn't. He would have been just as proud, but he would have parented them the same way. Basically, a son would have been just as mean as hell as a daughter of Lisa Marie was, and probably just as bossy. But I really, seriously, I outside your normal, no, I personally don't think so.
All right, Gemma Lancaster, which one of Elvis's movies is your favorite?
Of course, all of them, but my favorites, and I'm going to give you my top three. With my first one, number one being Charo, and the reason being is because that was more of a serious movie, and I thought Elvis just played one heck of a western, of a cowboy, and y'all, I've said it before, would have loved to seen him go on with maybe some of the other ones, Clint Eastwood and or somebody, and just being one badass gunslinging western. So that would be my number one, Charo. My number two would, and 2 and 3 don't have to be in order, but I'm just going to follow that dream. I really liked it. Me and Teresa watched it not too long ago. And of course, Viva Las Vegas. But there again, for what they were, I loved all of them. But that's my top three.
All right, Lisa P. wants to know if Jimmy Ellis is Elvis's half-brother.
Seriously. No, Elvis didn't have any brothers or half brothers, or sisters, or half sisters, or quarter sisters, or quarter brothers. No, no. You know, that's like a lot of the other stuff. You know, like we get into, and that's always going to be. You know, like Elvis still being alive.
There'll always be rumors,
just, you know, and
floating around.
You know, Elvis having other children and of course siblings and stuff. But the answer to that is absolutely no.
And Forever TCB, did you ever see Colonel Parker in person?
I did. Actually, the guys, and when I say guys, I'm speaking of the Memphis Mafia. I mean, ever since I could walk and talk, they would put me up to just all kinds of stuff, from stealing some of the other guys' lighters and cigarettes and taking them and throwing them in the swimming pool, to they actually put me up to go up to Colonel Parker and ask him if he had any money. And of course, Daddy's like, you know, Mama tells it a lot better than I do, but she said that, and I can barely remember some of it, but she said I went up and I was pecking him and said, hey Colonel, you got any mun?
Got mun.
You got mun? And they knew what I was talking about. So yeah, and then you know, a little bit later on as I got older, you know, several times, and like I said, you know, Colonel, you know, I've stated, you know, how I felt on certain things and all, but all in all, Colonel was always good to us and always good to my mom and daddy. So, and that was.
I have one more question.
Oh,
and it was specifically asked to be answered in episode 323, which I think that's what this episode is. Okay. From Lance. No. Also known as Laney.
Laney K. That's Laney, right. She come here and said she
right.
handed it to Papa. Will you answer this?
Yes.
So
her question.
Her question is.
What did Elvis want to do or think he was going to do when he was younger?
I have absolutely. No, I mean, you know, and I wasn't there that time. You know, I heard Daddy say. I mean, you know, I don't know that he wanted to be a superhero. He liked superhero. He. You know, after he got up a certain age, he you know, and Vernon, you know, had said it in a interview one time. You know, he wanted to be an entertainer. You know, outside that's a great question, and I told Laney we'll ask her other Paw Billy, and maybe let him answer it, or you know, tell me a little more about it. But it was a very good question, and when you have a granddaughter,
he was probably like a lot of kids, and they want to do something one time, and then the next day they're ready. They want to. Do something else.
I'm sure.
You know,
I'm sure, like but I'm not going to spit out here and tell you a bunch of horse crap that I don't know, because you know I really don't. I you know stated you know, all I can state is what other people have said and stories I've heard from my family, and that's. You know, that was
well, we'll pass this question on to your dad, and maybe they'll put it in one of their videos.
Sure.
I'll take it to him this weekend, and I'll turn it over to him.
Y'all, we're getting closer, and can't wait. We're getting hyped up and excited. As always, we're gonna try to bop some more shorts out. There'll be another video coming out around Sunday.
Yes, we're gonna be busy Sunday though.
Yes, but actually we're gonna. Since she put us on the spot, we're going to pre-record, and we will put out a video sometime Sunday. Yeah. But our youngest son is getting married, and that's what we wanted to say. Me and Teresa wanted to say, Brandon, Melanie.
And Melanie, congratulations.
Congratulations, and
we're happy for you.
We love you both. Yeah. And Sunday night, we'll actually see you become a couple. So. Yep. But with that, y'all, hey, we're going to get out of here. If you hadn't subscribed, subscribe. Keep sending in your questions. Remember, me and Teresa love you. And we always end it with, we always live Elvis.